Hey everybody, welcome to day 12. Here we go. Uh, on this day 12, I thought I would talk about something that maybe is something that you may have personally thought about, and then I'm sure there's quite a few that could care less. It's the one thing about this 50 days until I'm 50. It's all about my personal testimonies of certain things that bother me or don't bother me, or certain things that are within my heart and may have plagued me a little bit, and I often ask the question of what if. So in this day 12, what I want to talk about is how I feel about when people like me or dislike me now and then. Uh, so it's funny how a lot of times when you sit and you talk to your friends about things that maybe pop up on social media, and you'll hear a lot of friends say, well, why do you care? Well, why do you care about this, or why do you care about that? For some reason, it's just my personal thing. I've always had this issue when I'm aware of a person, of someone or people not liking me, and I know I've done nothing to them. So it questions. It starts to question, like, well, did you do something to them, or didn't you do anything to them? So I moved into as I move into 50, I start with the what if you just don't care. So it's my personal new movement in to that. I'm going to approach this with the theory of what if I just don't care what other people think, whether they like me or not. Because what I'm finding out is that it's their problem, it's not mine. And it's what I've discovered through the process of people not liking you, or people disliking you. It's usually the individuals that don't like you is because they can't do what you do. And let me explain myself. So, it's like I can only take me as an example. I can't use everything under the sun, but it's like, let's take makeup, right? I love my makeup. People that know me know I love makeup or whatever. So they, instead of, either saying, hey, it looks nice or whatever, they dislike you and will try to make fun or whatever because you wear makeup. And the way people go against the grain, and it's men and women, they'll go against the grain, but I'm going to say more on the women's side, is that it's like, well, I can't do what you're doing, so I'm going to hate on you because I can't do what you do when it comes to makeup, right? Like, so instead of, asking questions, how did you do? Little do people know how many hours I spent learning, right? But I'm saying that this is what people do. So they'll say you're trying to look like someone else. They'll say, you're trying to do this. You're trying to do, not that you genuinely learn a skill. That's impossible. So it's got to be this hatred side. And then for me, I go in and I say to myself, well, why can't they just, why does it have to be that I'm trying to be someone else I'm not? Why can't it just be, hey, I picked up on a skill, I know it, but, and I ask those individuals that do that, what if you just ask the question? Like, if you like something they're doing, instead of hating on them, what if you just said, he really looks nice, or she really looks nice. I wonder how they did X, Y, Z. And it goes to the weight loss thing too. And it's all fine and dandy when you're 305 pounds and everyone else is fat too. So then it's just like, oh, we're in this together. But then when someone makes the decision to make this transition and say, you know what, I'm going to get my life together, I'm going to get healthy. And let's just not forget that a doctor made it clear that I was on my way to a heart attack. So for me, at my heaviest was 305. So to lose 105 pounds, and this is what comes from that. You don't look like you lost 100 pounds. Then it's, I'm wearing clothes and different things like that to be like the infamous, what I've been told, I supposedly have this obsession with Kim Kardashian. Don't know where that came from. Whatever. I think where I believe it came from is that those that follow the Bar podcast and that followed my show from inception know that the guys that were on the show used to make fun of me, not really make fun of me, but they used to say my clothes, the outfits I would wear, reminded them of the Kim K outfits. So this is where that particular thing came from. But it's like, I'm not trying to emulate anybody other than be myself. But what comes from that is not less unify, right? It's not less, let's talk about it. Let's ask questions. How did you lose the weight? What did you do? No, it comes with the price tag of, oh, if you really want a real woman don't wear waist trainers. A real woman doesn't wear makeup. Like it's the same thing with men, men doing this, doing it. It just mind boggles me of the amount of hatred that comes from people when it just should be a unified front. Like we have a terrible way of supporting each other. We just don't. We rather hate on them. We rather spend the energy to hate on them. We rather comment on only the negative side of what we can find negative. I don't get it. And it's like, I've got to move into 2019, moving forward of just with the what if I don't give a fuck. Excuse my French. And that is exactly what I'm going to be doing. You don't like me, I don't care anymore. I used to. And my girlfriends that are close to me, I would talk to them on the phone. Even some people that I went to school with, we would talk and I'd be like, I just don't get it. And they're the ones that are offering words of encouragement, talking about, so it's like, I've got to move away from the fact of being a person that's in the media and does media work. Not everybody gonna like you. It's just point blank. And they'll find whatever reason. I don't care. You walk, such and such. I hate you. You got gray eyes. I hate you. It's going to be something. And it's what I've come to the point at 50 is that I have to understand that it's them that has the issue and not you. So even though I would I think because just to be a little, biased and be on the middle side, I think the reason why I kind of take things to heart sometimes is because when I receive knowledge of someone or people that I know, that I personally know, and that they're saying negative things about me, and the things that they're saying is sad, it's like, well, what did I do to you? But then I want to make it right. If you know what I mean. Like, even though I've done nothing to people, I still, in the nurture in me, right? And we talk about those life path numbers and different things like that, the type of people we are, something in me still would love to, like, well, what is your problem? Like, what is your problem with me? And I have to understand, going into 2019 and going into my 50s or going into 50, that there's going to be things that you'll never get an answer to. And there's always going to be people that dislike you for the dumbest reasons whatsoever. Oh my God, her part is on the left-hand side. I fucking hate her. Like, it's going to be something like that. I haven't really dropped too many curse words, so I apologize to those that have been following me. But this was something on this day 12 that kind of I had to talk about, because I just did not understand and don't understand that in this day and age, we still are juvenile, and that we are so upset with our own personal lives that the only thing that we have is the ability to sit on the couch with a glass of wine with your phone and go through people's social media and be like, I'm going to hate on them. And then the way that they also do it is they will try to up you one. They're doing better than you. They got this, they got fake this, fake that. And it's so funny. They're quick to call you fake, but they're the ones with the fake girlfriends, fake boyfriends, lying about this, lying about that. Like, be true to yourself, and you won't have a reason to hate on somebody. Because the number one thing I say is I'm not doing anything or not have done anything that no one else couldn't do. Right? Anybody can lose weight. Anybody can do makeup. Anybody can wear phony hair. Anybody can do, I've not done anything no one else couldn't do. But it's still yet, you'll get crucified for it. And people will still hate on you for it. And I just don't get it. But I have to come to the conclusion that going into 50s is that what if you walk into 2019 and just don't care about what the hatred of people are going to do? It's not going to matter. Like, I could feed 2,000 kids somewhere, and then they'll be like, well, she didn't do it over here. It'll be always something, no matter what you do. And I just have to come to that conclusion that there's not going to be anything I can do about that. It's just people need to understand that what if you personally decided to take a different path? What if the person that you find yourself hating on either a daily basis or not, what if you actually took a different approach to them? What if it would just be different? Maybe your end result would be something different. But it's so funny because I would take personal things to so personal that I just laugh at it now because I know you're watching. People say, oh, you should unfriend those people. Like, yeah, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do it because I think some people just have an innate obsession with wanting to watch you fail. Because, see, hatred needs to be fed, right? So if I know I want to continuously hate on you, and they'll find the littlest things, the funkiest things to hate on you for. Like they'll find any flaw, any little flaw in you. Like, it ain't no secret my teeth ain't perfect, so the fuck what? No, they're not. But they'll find a way. They can't get you on this, and this, but they'll find a way to get you on that. They'll find the flaw. And the thing is, like, people will wait and patiently wait to see you fall off so that they can get the opportunity to hate on you. And that's what we're in. This is the era that we're in. And it's so sad. It's so sad. So I say this to my haters, as we say, #haters. You are my motivator. You are my motivators. You keep me in line, and you're actually my biggest supporters. Little do you know. And I love it because it keeps me on track. It doesn't just make me want to keep going to the gym, but it keeps making me want to better myself. And I thank you for that. So on this day 12, I dedicate it to those people that are my haters. And I really don't give a damn going into 2019. But I wish you all the best. All right, everybody, on the day 13. Thank you.